Hey guys, my name is Ben.
This is Andrew.
And today we're continuing the RWBY guide series with Volume 5, Chapter 11. The more, the merrier.
Ooh.
So, do the do.
All right, so last chapter, we got to see Crow and Ospen starting off talking a little bit about how things just aren't, things are not going good right now. Things are kind of falling apart, it seems like, people are turning shady. Huntsmen are just, turning and whatnot, getting beat down. He's like, Salem's really strong or whatever. And then Ospen's like, what do you say? What are the words? You're one to be optimistic or...
ever the optimist.
Yeah, never the optimist. yeah. And he was like, even though there is some humans who are wrong, it doesn't take many to hurt people. It's all is not lost type thing, there is going to be some bad ones who have, he said, malice in their heart and stuff, and they have switched their ways, but they're not going to be the end of humanity pretty much. And then Ruby came in, and then he explained, she questioned him about the relic because the Fall Maiden did take over. They did take over Fall Maiden. Cinder did, and she technically does have the key now to get the relic at Beacon, but they can't find it. So she asked him. He was like, be assured she does not have it. And that one's a little bit trickier than the other ones. That's pretty much
something I was curious about.
What
was... Because Cinder was half the maiden, had half the maiden's powers, and what's her name? Amber was the other half.
Yeah.
Would one of them be able to open the vault, or would they have to be together?
I would assume you would have to have both.
I mean, because this is the only split. So it's like...
Yeah, I would imagine that it's
something that we'll never find out because it'll never be canon again, right? Or it might be, but it's possible. We know it's possible. But
I think you have to be full-fledged maiden. I would imagine that's how it works. But
I mean, technically they were both maidens.
And the thing is why put Cinder at harm's way to have to get the full maiden if half maiden was enough to get the relic? Because to me, it doesn't really seem like Salem really gives a poop about the maiden's powers. She really just wants the power for the relics. She wants
that is what Watt said. Yeah.
So like he's like, so why put Cinder in harm's way if half of the power is enough to get the key?
I mean, true, but when they were talking to Raven and Vernal was and everyone so Watts, Emerald, and Mercury, they're all like, whoa, but you see Cinder, she's like, oh
yeah.
So she's like, she saw the maiden powers and she was like,
it almost like she was like, I'm capable of that kind of thing. Yeah.
So you thought it was that?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Like because she never got to that potential yet. Like she hasn't mastered it to that extent.
It's not it, but okay. So
okay.
What would happen if, say Cinder killed Vernal?
Can two maidens be in one person?
What would happen if Vernal killed Cinder?
I don't know. I have no idea. That'd be a pretty OP woman, that's all I gotta say.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I don't know. Does it stack like that?
That's what I was looking at.
Because what if it doesn't stack? And then what if the last person Cinder thought about is... Because before Vernal,
it's gonna be Ruby.
It'd be Ruby
every time.
Yeah, it'd be Ruby
because she's obsessed with Ruby.
Ruby just sitting there,
just sitting there playing video games, just like.
Her eye like catches fire, like whoa, what's happening?
Over there giving like a hug to Yang and just burns her to the ground. It's like, bro, what? You kidding me?
Gosh, dude.
Although that'd be fitting for Yang because burn, fire, all that.
Yeah, but so back to where we were. I like how we totally just went off the track. But that would be kind of, I don't know how that works.
Well, that's all stuff that people talk about.
Yeah. So we were at where he said the relic at Beacon is harder to obtain, a little bit trickier to obtain than the other ones. So be assured that she does not have it. So we should stay with the task at hand and protect the relic at Haven first. And then we'll worry about the other three later.
Which is knowledge, by the way.
Yeah, knowledge. So they talk about that. He says, all right, go gather the kids or the other kids and we'll start, have our talk. And then we skip to... Leo calls them in the process, calls Crow in the process, says let's meet up tomorrow night at midnight, and we will talk details of what the council agreed upon, or having a raid for the bandits. So that happened, and then we switched to Lionheart and Raven. Raven kind of speaks to him and says, you know,
Scares me every time.
goes, you know, ask him kind of like why are you doing this, kind of just to see what he says, and he says, oh, I'm scared like you are, you know, we'll never beat her, you know, it's just imminent, we'll not win, we can't beat her. He goes, and I know Austin will never forgive me, and he shouldn't, but you know, yeah. And then she's like, well, I'm not scared, I'm smart, I knew to walk away when you know it was time to walk away. It's dumb, pretty much. And then he pretty much like,
Just walk away.
But so they had that talk, and then we get to go to, I think it just goes to the Belladonna estate after that, right? Yeah, so then we go to the Belladonna estate. It starts off with Ilya and Blake talking for a quick second, and then she says, just don't step in my way, Ilya. And then they fight, and then her dad busts through in the middle of the fight, and then they're like, oh, of course they can finish, jump through, they're all fighting, then Sun jumps in, blah blah blah. Long story short, Corsic dies in the process, and then Mama walks in from the Mr. Batman and grabbed that dude and threw him on the ground. I was like, "Pah! Sit down, you suck." And so they won that fight, but then at the end they have a little, Blake gives a speech saying, you know, bonuses are just as capable of destruction as humans, so help me stop Adam because he's no wronger than the bad humans are, pretty much. So then Ilya goes, I'll march, I'll stand with you. And then everyone goes, oh, if she's doing it, okay, I'll do it. Yeah, like if the
That'd be cool too.
If the bad guys want to turn, I'll do it. Let's do it. Let's go.
I mean, he was gonna help anyway.
Yeah.
Martyr, that's his name. Goodness, I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
Martyr,
yeah. But yeah, either way though, so yeah, they all,
or like Marta.
but then the whole Mistral was like, yeah, let's do this.
Menagerie,
my fault. Menagerie. We're like, yeah, let's do this. But just do the little sword flick.
Yeah, Adam was like,
the little sword flick. Yeah.
Something you can never unsee at this point.
Shut up, Mom.
You don't understand me.
Oh, dude, there's only one of those guys now.
So we haven't talked about that part yet.
Dude, Hazel,
Hazel versus Ren and Nora.
I like how you just grabbed Nora's hammer too and was just like, get on my face.
He's a big dude.
Yeah. I mean, dude, she was smacking down full-size Scorpion with that thing, and he just said, get off me. Just.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's like, ha, off. Hey, yo, turn it up, son, bro. Turn it up.
No. Waiting for you to talk.
Oh.
The moon does rotate, by the way. That's a good signification.
I was getting ready to say, because it's cracked.
It is cracked. It's just turned.
Oh, that's kind of...
Because it does spin.
Oh, true,
Yeah.
true. It's so cringe how he leans over so hard.
it's a crow.
I know. But he's such a dog, though, too, at the same time. Like, you would like when you see someone walk like that, like, oh, he's such a slouch. He's a bum. Nah, he's not a bum, dog. He's a beast.
It's just how crows walk.
So... She didn't. I would argue that Raven didn't take a portal to there.
She did.
She was a Raven, though. He saw the Raven out the window.
Yeah, you heard the portal sound.
Oh, I didn't hear the portal sound.
Yeah, which means that she can use it in her Raven form.
Oh.
She just sometimes uses the sword, I guess, look flashy.
Okay. Respect.
Thank you for coming. There seems to be more of you than last time.
Hey, you know what they say, the more the merrier.
All right, good episode.
So what's going
Wow,
on?
that was...
Why did you bring your weapons?
What? Leo, we're huntsmen. Are you okay?
Of course, sorry.
Yang
Just
sees
haven't had
something.
my evening coffee.
Look, it's nice to see you.
Raven.
So we got work to do. Are we getting support from the council or not?
Mom?
Her design's so cool. I literally my favorite character design.
They really are magic.
Hello,
If you're
Crow.
going to shoot me, shoot me. That was insulting.
What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. You've been scheming, little brother. planning to attack your own sister.
Leo, what have you done?
Leo did what any sane person would in his position. He looked at all the information he had in front of him, assessed the situation, and made a choice. And it seems you all have too.
You have the Spring Maiden.
I do.
Then hand her over and let's work together.
Tensions are just.
Salem.
All that time spent spying for Ozpin, and you still have no idea what you're dealing with. There is no beating Salem.
You're wrong. We've done things that most people would call impossible. And I know the only reason we were able to do it is because we didn't do it alone. We had people to teach us. People to help us. We had each other. Work with us. At least I know we'll have a better chance if we try together. Please.
On Aunt Raven.
You sound just like your mother.
Oof.
Ruby!
Well, that was Cinder. Oh.
Boys and girls. Cinder.
Ah, this team is OP.
Come on, guys. Is that any way to greet your old friends?
Everybody stay calm. Oh no.
Who's that? Oh.
The White Fang is prepping demolition and securing the school grounds. No one's getting in. And no one is getting out.
Oh man, this is about to go down.
It's the CCT
Once
tower.
the charges are set, move back to perimeter watch. Tonight, Haven falls.
Yeah, Crow's gonna have to reach in and really pull Broly out because yeah, this is gonna be rough.
Appears so. Raven, tell me, how long have you been with them?
Aw, don't take it personally, little bird. Your sister was a recent addition. The lion, on the other hand. Entrance into the Vital Festival was a real treat. But Leonardo's been sending Salem all sorts of information for a very, very long time. Isn't that right, Professor?
Stop it.
It was you. You sit on the Mistral Council. You had information on every huntsman and huntress in the kingdom, and you gave it all to her.
I hope he kills
couldn't
him.
Find any of
Oh,
them
I hope he kills him.
because you let her kill them.
Oh, now, don't beat yourself up about it, Lionheart. I'm sure Tyrion and Hazel would have found them on their own eventually.
What is wrong with you? How can you be so broken inside?
Remember,
Take so
Cinder
many
killed
lives.
Pyrrha.
Yeah.
Come here and rub it in our faces like it's something to be proud of.
John?
Oh, with that damn smile on your face!
Everybody stay calm.
Dude, okay. Crow's a better person than I am. I would instantly.
I'm gonna make you pay for what you did. Do you hear me?
Kid,
Well, say something!
I'm not gonna talk right now. I'll let this build up.
Who are you again?
John!
You're not getting near her.
Yeah, why? He's scared you to open her eyes again? Oh, oh.
Hey there, Blondie. I'm thinking you owe me an apology for my leg. Don't you think?
Take out the heiress. Don't bother wasting your power. She's not worth it.
running away was one thing, but this, you've crossed the line.
Sorry, brother. Sometimes family disappoints you like that.
We're not family anymore.
I would instantly push her to the side and go kill Lionheart. Like that's where my thought process is.
But I guess I was wrong.
And they're equally matched, so that's going to be a fight.
Really means. I'm more than a name.
Prove it.
I don't wish to fight either of you.
Nor I you.
But we will if you're with her.
Oh, I work.
Very well then.
Just casually walking up to them.
They're like, is he gonna draw his weapon? He's like, yep, these are my weapons. Okay, nice to meet you. Dude, I want you to get stabbed so hard in the face. Oh, Ospen.
Young man, I don't know who you are or what you think you're doing, but for your sake, I suggest you leave. Now. I'm warning you. That's enough!
He saw that green. He said, uh-oh. Dude, Ospen, kill him. Please. Please. I know it goes against your good humanity bullcrap, but just kill him. He's a rat.
Ospen?
Yeah. Looks good.
Not quite.
Oscar, baby!
Yeah. Oh, I kinda like Oscar, okay.
I knew you would be back, but you made it here. You found Crow. How?
Leo, what happened to you?
Wait. You can't have had this form for long. You're not really Ozpin right now. Boy. Child.
Honest, by the way.
I deliver you to Sam.
Oh, yeah.
You'll have to be pleased with me, and I can finally get out of all of this. I can finally be free.
What do I do? Fight?
And I want to hear some like Gohan crap. Kill him.
Spellcaster versus melee user.
No. Too easy.
Don't think I'm going to let you take the easy way out.
Best way to beat a spellcaster, just get up in their face and let them make sure they can do it.
One that can't tell when he's out of his league.
Why are you doing this? Salem's
I don't care about Salem, but I owe Cinder everything. You want to fight her that bad? Be my guest.
Force under her melee attack. Yep. Broke her aura.
Are you gonna let her die too?
Stop messing with me!
If that's what you want.
Oh no. Why does it only affect her? He actually only did a hit.
Imagine if he just
Yeah, I know.
sliced instead of
Yeah.
Did you think you actually had a chance against me? You?
You're just a failure with a death wish.
If I die buying them time, then it's worth it. They're the ones that matter.
That's a good fight, Mercury and Yang.
So.
That's a good fight. Oof.
No. No!
Yes! No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Gosh, I hate you so much.
Man, she didn't kill her. They hit her right in the side.
She has no aura.
Ooh, that's a flesh wound. Come on, Ruby, get up. Oof. Oof. That was fun. I can't wait for part 2. They were just toying with them, man. The maidens were just like, ha 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 ha.
He only does that to patronize me because he knows that's my favorite character.
This is true.
Just saying.
like if we were watching Dragon Ball and Goku was dying, I would do it too, just so you know. I'll be like, ah!
Well, that happens a lot.
Yeah, I know. Touche.
Goku dies like 4 times or some crap. I don't know.
I saw a video about that the other day. We'll talk about that another time. This is RWBY time.
Okay, so they're at the school.
Yep.
Right? Everyone's at the school.
Yeah.
They go. She sees Raven, a pop shot. She's like, "What are you doing trying to attack my camp?"
Yeah.
Right? It's like, bro, you are trying to attack my camp.
Yeah.
And then Ruby starts talking, and then she's like, "You sound just like your mother." Because remember, they were on a team together.
Yeah, yeah. And then a cinder ball goes, pew!
And then she does the super clean.
Just like your mother.
Boom. Ruby! That timing.
So she created the portal to Vernal.
Yeah.
Which then, instead of her going through, they came through.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Just so you know how her ability works.
Dude.
So, and then they got the squad. And then Hazel joins.
Mm-hmm.
Hazel.
Yeah, yeah.
Mom. We still haven't seen him do anything.
Yeah, I know. He just grabbed Nora's hammer. And then he's blocking Rin shots like, yeah.
Okay, what are you doing? Like,
yeah.
You doing anything? Like,
yeah. Yeah, he's a beast.
And then White Fang is prepping explosives.
Yep.
More taunting. You have Cinder poking at everyone, at specifically Jean a little bit. I don't think she ever forgot who he was.
Yeah.
I think it was just Cinder being Cinder.
Cinder, yeah.
So they start to fight. Right? So out of all the teams we have Cinder versus Jean.
Yep.
Very interesting. Obviously, I think we've seen the outcome there.
Yeah.
Right? Not that it was like a big crazy fight, but we did see Jean on the floor, not being able to grab his sword, and she was like, "You?"
Yeah, but she got overly cocky though, and then because of that, Raven
she was about to kill him.
Oh, that's true. She was about to kill him, and then RWBY initiated the eye thing again. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, it only affects her. I don't understand it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Interesting.
Yeah, but
so why do you think that?
I don't. Because she was aimed towards her.
No.
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 That's not why.
She was looking at Cinder before, and Kevin got hit.
Oh, that's true. Well, she clearly hit Cinder somehow because she made her lose an eye.
Yeah.
That's true.
So what do you think that is?
I don't know.
So on the tower, what got affected by
a Grim?
A Grim got hit.
Yeah.
So it affects Grim.
Oh,
so
hold on, is Cinder part Grim?
You can see that in volume 3. Yes. So when she does the glove thing, and the bug, and Crow cuts it off, the glove dissolves into her, and then the tattoo shows up on her back.
Oh, she's part Grim.
So I think yes, but I think a Grim has imbued itself in her.
Oh,
right?
okay, I got you.
So, which maybe it was sitting on that left side of her, because it was her right arm that it dissolved into, but it was her left side. So maybe it was just chilling on the left side. Like maybe it's like, oh, I like the left shoulder, it's chill,
Yeah.
So
I love moments like that though, where someone who seems untouchable is then touched, because it's just like even though it's so slight,
because she's so power hungry.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like the whole it instantly made me think of it, and you're gonna know why. He's my favorite character of all time in anime. Was when Vegeta touched Beerus for the first time, when he got like overly cocky and like slapped Bulma. Was like, you peasant woman, blah, and Vegeta was like, Wah! And then he actually landed a punch. Everyone was like, oh, he actually punched Beerus, and then Beerus was like, and then he hit him like 2 more times, and Beerus was like, okay, let me.
He was like, wow. I think it was more like, wow, that was surprising. That didn't hurt.
But it was actually that he landed a shot, because
I wasn't going full speed. I would have dodged it, but
because even the Super Saiyan 3 Goku didn't even touch him. So like when Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta just like
it was stated that by Master Roshi that Vegeta had
surpassed in that moment,
which from Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan 4, that's times 4 multipliers. So he had to have gone. Just in rage alone, tapping into his Saiyan power had surpassed a multiplier of 4 times.
So
which is pretty incredible.
Because but that's what that reminded me of. Like,
but you saw Cinder's reaction.
Because she was like,
But she was like, she was furious. She was
pissed,
livid. She's like, you thought you had a chance, like.
Oh, well, you know what, though? If my man, like you said, did this instead of this, she would have been gone.
And maybe it was... I'm thinking maybe because it was a wind-up. Like, you can't just, like... Like, I don't know how... I'm assuming it's sharp. I don't know how sharp, I'm assuming it's a sword. But I'm assuming he had a sword in front of him, and he was just like...
A gash to the head would definitely be a lot better than just nicking the mask.
It was coming here, and she was like...
Yeah, true.
So it would have been straight in the nose,
That's true,
like
that's true.
Because that big old sword going straight in your face, that would have killed you, right there. So I guess that was the fastest option. She just came to, but which is just really interesting because Jean instantly saw it and went for it, and I'm like, bro, that's
that instinct.
Jean, I mean, he lost immediately after, but
she was using his emotions against him hard too, hard.
So then we have Ruby versus Emerald.
Yep.
And it looks like a bunch of 1v1s, like a bunch of like separated fights. A lot of people thought it was just gonna be like a mass bulk fight, which I think a lot of people would have preferred, but this is a lot easier on animation. So I'm assuming that's why they did it.
Yeah, it probably was. I mean, I think, but everyone that's getting tested kind of has like they have a connection in a sense. Like obviously Yang and Mercury, they had their little beef. There's a tournament, and then you got
because this is the real
Cinder. Cinder killed Jean's love, so she's using that against him. Like, hey, are you gonna let her die too? Kind of I'm messing with his emotions. There's really not a connection between Vernal and Weiss, but I think that was more so.
There was a little bit of bickering between them back at the camp.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So just
that's right. So I forgot all about that. Yeah, because she was captured by them and stuff. That's right. Yeah,
it wasn't like anything.
That's right. And then they had the whole winter dialogue and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a little tad bit of history there. Clearly, Crow and Raven equally matched, sister and brother. They're going at it. Ospin has a history with Lionheart. Obviously, he chose him to be one of the head leaders, and
although that was technically Oscar.
Oscar, yeah, I know, but I'm saying it's.
I mean, but he does have memories.
Ospin was pretty much I'm sure the reason he went up there in the first place. I don't think Oscar would have just been like, that guy looks cool. Let's fight him. You know, like there's a reason.
Well, it's either everyone.
That's true.
Everyone said it was either Hazel or that guy. So I was like, I'll go deal with the lion.
Touche.
I'll go deal with the traitor up there. You know?
And Nora and Ren, I guess, just wanted to fight someone, and then Hazel was there.
Well,
so
it's just they were the odd ones out. There's really no connection there.
Yeah, there's no connection there. As I was gonna say, that's the only really we could guess out of all the fights. That's really the only one that didn't have a connection.
But it actually does because no one of them want to fight. They even said that they're like, I don't want to fight you, but I mean, we are on opposite sides. So in that case,
that's true. Neither of them want to fight.
Personality wise, they're very similar.
That's true because you're right. They said we don't want to fight, but if you're with her, then we want to fight.
Her being much. Salem, not
So Salem, yeah. And then he was like, kind of just like, he didn't really say fine, but that's pretty much how it was. He's like, very well. He's like, let me just walk over to you real quick. But that's pretty much how that went. You're right here. Crack my knuckles.
Very well then.
Yep. Let me walk up to you.
Just so casually, dude.
Who voices him? You told me.
I don't know. No. Well, he voices the Grimm that like make the noises.
Because he sounds like Kratos from the new God of War.
He might be. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know his voice actor. But I know he also does all the Grimm sounds.
Yeah. Okay.
So like they're like, yeah. That's also him.
Yeah.
Then we got these two. He's got like a spellcaster almost.
Yeah.
Where he mixed two different like he mixed like a red and then like a white, which would be like, I guess this could be like a fireball, although that looks more like a rock.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But he's a Faunus. It's very interesting. He's a Faunus in power.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He's the headmaster. He's a councilman. You know, he's a Faunus.
Yep.
A lot of Faunus are not seen very pretty. So then we have Weiss, who's a spellcaster.
Yeah.
Going against a very up close hand-to-hand combat person.
I mean,
which is usually a loss for the mage.
Because the thing is as you see it, it's one of those like cutthroat situations where it's like you don't let the person talk or you let them do anything, you just get straight to the point type thing, because she's sitting there trying to like do a little thing down her sword and she's like, no. Like you're not.
Which is this is how you have to do it.
That's how you have to do it. You can't give them any time.
Because if she did,
it
would probably just like they're late game. Mages are late game.
Yeah.
And she's like the arch.
Well, she could fight it. I'm sure she's a maiden, but she's not using her main powers. She just
was told not to waste her powers.
Yeah. So she's just using her hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, but she's going kind of hard.
And then that one.
So
Mercury didn't do too much there. Mercury more so.
So at this point, she like latches onto her sword. She's trying to summon.
And then says nah. And then shocks her. Yeah.
And no more aura.
Yep.
Because there's no more aura, she can't protect. Cinder's like, spear. You know, it's like.
Yep.
Just throws. I was looking, I was like, And then.
No!
They didn't kill him.
If I'm correct, I could be wrong. I obviously wasn't here for the release. I think there was like a two week delay between this and the next episode.
Oh, so people were waiting, dude.
I think I heard someone say that. I'm probably wrong because that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I guess it's possible.
Yeah.
So, but even watching this week to week.
Yeah.
Like you're sitting there, you're just like,
because you have to wait a whole week.
Die? Like, what is that? Is it fatal? Like, where people are like looking at it, like, where is it? Okay, it looks like it's like maybe like the liver. Like, okay, that's kind of needed, but like it's not needed. Like,
it's not needed.
That's a stomach, you know. Like, she's kind of small, so all of her stuff is really close together, and it's like people are like, where did it hit her? You know, it's like, and then just as it burns away. So some people are like, oh no, it didn't. It's not going to kill her because it was fire, right? And it would have whatever you call that thing when you cauterize a wound. So it would have cauterized the wound.
Oh, okay.
Right? So that's what also some people were saying.
Yeah.
So you had the people that were like, she's dead. Yeah, the other one's like, she's fine. The other one's like, yeah, she cauterized the wound.
Yeah, I don't think she's dead. I don't think she.
Yeah, but at that moment she fell forward, and it's like
kind of like It's like when in Star Wars when they like amputate people nonstop, but they don't bleed out because it's so hot. Yeah.
So this is, like I said, this is the volume where they figured out exactly how to do cliffhangers.
Yeah.
Like every single time, it's like, oh,
cliffhanger.
Come on! They figured it out, and it only gets better.
Yeah.
Like you're like, especially now, because we're in the season or the volume 8 hiatus, and it's going till February. I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm like, give me money!
Yeah, I feel it.
All right, well, we're gonna move on. All right, do all the algorithm stuff.
Boom.
Join the RWBY Reactors Discord. All links below. Follow us on the Twitch. Do all that, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Later.